Hey, Jason here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a review on my Kyosho RT6 stadium truck. Now, stadium truck has really kind of died off in the last, 4, 5, 6 years. But when I was a kid in the late 90s, this was a hugely popular class. And it actually evolved into gas truck, which was hugely popular. And it's kind of died off in time. Short course has really kind of taken over. But short course definitely seems to be slowing down over the last year or two all over the country, especially two-wheel short course. I know some places in the Midwest and down south, in the eastern part of the country, you still kind of do pretty well with four-wheel short course. But for the most part, four-wheel short course out here, more often than not, it's almost considered a rookie class. You know, they say it's Japanese, it's mod rookie. Anyways, four-wheel short course is fun, but there's no question that because of the ready-to-run nature of a lot of the low-C kits and stuff like that, it just attracts newer drivers. So I digress. Anyways, this is my Kyosho RT6 stadium truck, and I'm pretty stoked about this thing. It has some really unique features. Let me just show you the first one. The first one is this. It actually has these wheels on here. See how well you can see that? And basically, it's a quick release wheel. So basically the way it works is you just pull this back and it comes right off. Just like that. And then when you want to put it back on there, you just, that's it. Quick release wheels. It's like NASCAR tire changes for RC, you know what I mean? Or Formula One tire changes for RC, right? Because there's only one nut. Anyways, this thing's pretty cool. It does not come with tires or a body, but it does come with wheels. So, I mean, it's one step ahead of the short course truck already, right? If you haven't seen my short course review on the RT6, go check that out. Anyways, the reason they don't send a body, I have to believe, is because this truck can be configured mid-motor or rear motor. And obviously, if it's mid-motor, the shock tower will be at the back. And if it's rear motor, the shock tower is a little bit farther forward. So they would have to send it with two bodies, not just one. I guess unless the body was modular or something like that. Anyways, this is the J Concepts body. I think this is man, I hope I don't butcher this. I think this is a finisher body. I don't know. I just know that it's the J Concepts body that I saw Jared Tebow and a few other guys running. And this body will actually fit not only this mid-motor RT6, but this will also fit the Centro CT4. So let me pop this body off real quick. That's the Centro's version of the stadium truck. And of course, I painted it my traditional white. That's the Lazy Man's Race. Now, I want to show you two things before I forget, because I know that I will. I don't know if you'll be able to see on here. Oh, yeah, it looks like you can see. There's two little stickers right here. And basically what they're for, yeah, you can see them real good right there. There's two little white stickers. I just took a couple of pieces of white vinyl from a piece of chassis tape that I had, and I put them on there. And the reason I put them on there is because this truck comes with a really narrow front shock tower, but this company, Diggity Designs, makes this really cool carbon fiber one. I put this shock tower on my short course truck, and it made a huge difference in the way the truck handled. Smoother through the corner, smoother into the corner, through the corner, and out of the corner, all the way around. There's no question about it. I don't know that I'll ever need to move the shocks in anymore. If I do, it might be in just one hole. But the two outer holes that are on this carbon shock tower are not available on the factory tower. Only the two inner holes. So if you're gonna buy one of these or a Kyosho SC6 or something like that, I would definitely look into the Diggity Design shock tower. I'm gonna be doing a video later on. I actually got bored and printed. I used my 3D printer to print a shock tower as a makeshift while I waited for this. So, it's no comparison. I mean, the Diggity stuff's really, really nice. I've got a Savox 1258 TG titanium gear servo. This is a Reedy Wolfpack 4800, part number 737. I'm running saddles. And this is the new SMC Racing RF 160 speed control, and that they sent to me to review, and I'm getting a kick out of it. This thing works really good, and it's really easy to tune. And then it's got a Novak Vulcan 7.5 motor in there. Now, I'm not going to leave the Novak in there. I'm just kind of like reviewing it, checking it out, playing with it. At the end of the day, I'll probably end up running, it's hard to say exactly what I'll run. Probably 13.5 at big races in stock here locally, because there just isn't really a class for stadium truck. And I just want to be able to have fun with this thing. So anyways, you can see that got it set up mid-motor. And right now I'm running these Proline Ions. Now, Proline Ions have been absolutely stuck at my local track in short course. But I have to admit, I took this thing out today, and it's got 4-hole 4x1.3 pistons all the way around. It was 35-30. I think right now it's 35-25 because I was just chasing it. I just couldn't get this truck hooked up. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Before I tell you any more about the truck, let me just show you some running footage and know this. I was struggling. The truck was struggling. The track was a little bit dry. I had some really slick spots, as you're about to see. But I did end up later on in the day. I don't think there's a bunch of footage of it. I did finally get the truck a lot smoother, a little bit more dialed in. But there's no question that I have work to do to get this thing to work really well when the track starts to get a little bit slippery. So here, take a look at this real quick.
The first time out with the RT6 and the SMC speed control. So it's got some motors. Push them out of that.
It's just that track right there. The misters are pointed down on it, so it like floods that whole straightaway.
These guys all got brushless. He's not going to follow him. It turns a lot better. The steering trim and these tires turn better. It corners better with these tires. Yeah, I do now with that sticker on them. I watched them and put sticker on them. 18.5. Yeah, me and that one truck are the only ones without brushless.
Yep.
Yeah, and that step up over there. It cuts a lot tighter with these tires. Jeremy does trying to. Yeah, that's why I think he turns it better than everybody else. And Aaron guy, he's running the same tires we were. I didn't want to go back on the track.
21.3.
Okay, so you got to see me run the truck pretty, you could see that it's sliding a little bit. Overall, the truck felt balanced right when I got to the track, but it was doing the traditional push here and slide there, or push here and oversteer there, which is almost always an indicator that you're on the wrong tire. And I just didn't have any other tires with me. I was going to glue up a brand new set of barcodes, but I thought, by the time you saw something and them broke in, the track just wasn't open very late today, so I didn't do that. Let's see here. What can I tell you guys about this thing? Overall, it's pretty durable. I wouldn't say breakage, but the only problem I had today when I was out just, obviously there were a ton of slashes on the track. I did end up popping one ball cup, which is no big deal. I have heard that on these vehicles that the rear arms are a weak spot, but I haven't had any breakage on my SC6 or on this yet. So that's just something I haven't experienced. One thing that's important for me to tell you guys is if you're going to build this thing, this is not the mount that the manual tells you to build the truck with. It tells you to build the truck with a much closer mount, but unfortunately it doesn't look like any of the aftermarket bodies use that mount. So if you do get one of these, make sure you put this. This is like the buggy mount, and you'll be able to see that it just fits. It kind of keys right in there to the back of the shock tower. So I actually have some of the aluminum rear arm mounts, these pieces right here that go, that hold the hinge pins and the A-arms. And I am going to go ahead and narrow that pivot up because I have a sneaking suspicion that is going to help just really lock in the back end of the car. And if there's one thing I don't like my cars doing, it's sliding around a lot. I like the cars locked up in the back, but to still have enough steering to be competitive. That's at the end of the day, that's the goal. The car's got to steer if you want to go anywhere, especially if you want to go anywhere fast. As far as durability, the Kyosho stuff's been really durable. It wears really well. It comes with all the aluminum steering parts and stuff like that, which I don't know if you guys can see in there. See any of the fancy aluminum goodies? I said this in the RT6 video, but obviously maybe you haven't seen that yet, but the one thing I really would like to see Kyosho change is I'd really like to see them change basically these ball studs, these ball cups. Right now you take this ball stud and you put it in with a 5.5 millimeter nut driver, and then you just snap the ball cup on. I'd really like to see Kyosho jump ship and go to the actual ball stud that has a hex driver, so you can put it in with a 2 mil and then put a hole in this ball cup. You would never have to pop the ball cup off ever when you wanted to change your link lengths, when you wanted to add or remove ball stud washers. And I just think overall it would be better for racers, and it would increase the longevity of the actual ball cup itself because you wouldn't have to pop it on and off, which wears it out. So I guess there's really not too much to tell you. I built this thing in mid-motor. I'm going to try it this way for at least a few more weeks, 4 or 5 more practice days, 3 or 4 race days before I give up and go back to rear motor, which is kind of like, my forte. But I'm stoked. I'm stoked to play with this thing. I'm stoked to play with this thing. I'm stoked to get out there and race with it and see if we can get it dialed in. So that's about it. I hope this stadium truck really does make a comeback, because this is a really good class to kind of bridge the gap between short course before people move into buggy. It's open wheeled, but it's got a lot bigger tires, so there's more traction. The car lands better. It has more traction, so it's more forgiving, and it looks cool. It's stadium truck. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this review or my opinion, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, by the way, before you leave, I just want to say thanks again for watching my videos. I only make these videos so that we can have fun together. By the way, you'd be doing me a big favor if you could either comment, like, or even better, subscribe to my channel. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.